The Pittsburgh Penguins lose to the New Jersey Devils 3-0. Hi, I'm Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel. You can see the lovely Newark Airport over my shoulder because we are in Newark, of course. I wish I were flying out of there tomorrow. However, I've got a lovely bus ride, a 7.5-hour bus ride across Pennsylvania through the snowy hills and woods waiting for me tomorrow. Let's get into the game. There are two very distinct levels of analysis that I want to get into. Before we do that, first an acknowledgement. The ice was absolutely garbage. There was a 9/11 tribute basketball game at 12 or 12:30 at the Prudential Center on Saturday as Rutgers played Princeton. I posted the pictures on Twitter that at 4:30, the floor was only half up. They were still picking up the last half of the floor at 4:30. It wasn't until probably 5 o'clock the ice was getting scraped and it was getting ready for hockey. Posted a couple other pictures. I could zoom in with the new iPhone, and you could see it was carpet, and the ice, you'd think, bad ice would benefit the Penguins because New Jersey is so much faster. However, because the Penguins actually had a very good start, I think it penalized the Penguins. Second shift of the game, Evgeny Malkin jumps the Devils' breakout, steals the puck, has let's call it a 50-foot breakaway, beats goaltender Jacob Markstrom, but the puck hops over his stick. I asked Evgeny Malkin after the game, and was the ice a factor? I mean, duh. But uncharacteristically, or maybe surprisingly, he didn't bite on that. He blamed himself, said, "We knew there was a basketball game this afternoon. He had more time. He should have known better." It was how he said it. I can't say I agree with him, but it was, the same ice for both teams, though the Penguins' scoring chances were more wide open than New Jersey. Believe that or not. Let's get to the first level of analysis. I don't often grade Coach Mike Sullivan. Maybe once, twice a year, just because, we grade the players. Unless the coach makes a mistake or makes a big, bold move, there's no reason to grade the coach. The reason I gave him, I don't know if you read the report card, I gave him a C for the Saturday loss. The reason for that is also part of Sullivan's success recently. The Penguins are coming to grips with the fact that they are no longer that heavy forecheck team. They are better when that lead forechecker, the F1, is a little more cautious, kind of pulls back a little bit to add what they call layers in the neutral zone so that there's, one or two waves of defense to get through the red line and get to the other blue line. In the first period, the Penguins were spot perfect, just like they were against the LA Kings. The forecheck wasn't over-aggressive. They forced New Jersey to try to navigate the maze of neutral zone traffic. They were very effective. They kept New Jersey to 4 shots in the first period. They were actually winning the defense battle. And that's why I kind of brought up the ice, because the Penguins had several really good scoring chances, which Mike Sullivan acknowledged, and the puck hopped over sticks or bounced off sticks. By the time they got to the second period, the Penguins were feeling emboldened. And here is the impetus of both Mike Sullivan's C and the headline for the report card, which was internal struggle. Because the Penguins were emboldened by how well they were playing, they couldn't help themselves. The forecheck got too aggressive. You started to see 2 and 3 skaters get after it. When the F3 gets too deep, now you're in trouble. that's what began to happen with the Penguins. They began to give up some odd man chances and odd man breaks. I mean, then this is where the bad ice cost New Jersey. New Jersey could have put away the Penguins in the second period with the number of high-quality chances. Several of them never even came to fruition because the puck would hop off the stick at the blue line or somewhere in the slot, and they didn't get a good rip or even a good pass. Sullivan's C is for not pulling back the reins harder. The Penguins had a great first period with a very patient structure. They needed to get back to that in the second period. You kind of kept waiting and waiting, and they never did the rest of the game. They didn't get back to that, the layers in the neutral zone. They kept chasing on the forecheck. I think it's fair to put a good bit of that on the coach. Sometimes, the horses are going to gallop. The jockey has to pull the reins. Sometimes the jockey has to go to the whip. Sometimes you have to pull the reins. Now, the other part of this, maybe the bigger part, is that heavy forecheck, that get after it, that go for it, that get aggressive. That's in the Penguins' DNA. You show up in Pittsburgh, you put the Penguins sweater on, you sort of expect to play that way. Most of the players were acquired to play that way. And so to have that, have the reins pulled back, it's not natural. The Penguins still aren't there yet where that structure and the layers are second nature, where they do it without thinking, where they just do it as a first reflex, not a second thought. Well, I kind of like that turn of phrase. I'm going to have to use that again someday. So as New Jersey, which is much faster than the Penguins, gets their legs and gets going, and the Penguins are now chasing them, it creates a gap between the first four, between F1 and F3, which New Jersey was able to exploit to get speed, to really control the puck, to take control of the game. That was bad news. Still, that wasn't what decided the game. What decided the game was New Jersey getting one goal. That was a bit of a mistake on the Penguins' part. Ricard Raquel didn't come all the way down to cover his man. I'm not sure if it was Raquel's or Shea's man by the net. Stefan Neusen there. I still don't know. It could have been either guy who picked up Neusen. They didn't. The second goal, let me tell you some inside baseball, some inside locker room stuff. I won't tell you the name because I elicited the comments under the guise of, well, the cameras are off, so what did you really think of that second goal? So I can't tell you who said it, but some colorful language was used to describe how New Jersey got that goal, because really what was happening was there was three Penguins kind of digging for the puck, and Neusen just kind of bulldozes Ryan Shea. Clearly interference. Cross-checking as well. You can't actually come barreling into the pile and take out a defenseman who hasn't played the puck. That's textbook interference. But by doing so, now Nico Hischier has a clear and unobstructed possession of the puck. There's still traffic in front of Tristan Jarry, but now Hischier has the puck clean and gets to zip it through legs and Tristan Jarry. The goal's not on Jarry. The goal's not on Ryan Shea. Not on Cody Glass, who was kind of, it's a little bit on Cody Glass. Glass had a chance to clear it. He kind of tried to play it or take possession, and New Jersey quickly, poked it off of his stick. He really should have, slapped it one way or the other, got it out of harm's way. Second guessing, of course. So that was a thing If it's only 1-0 in the third period, it's an entirely different game, isn't it? That second goal, the Penguins kind of unraveled. They didn't play chaotically, but they were now pressing. They were taking risks. They were taking gambles with 13 minutes to go in the game because they didn't feel like they could get one goal, let alone two. They were sort of, it was a little bit of panic. It happens. I don't think the locker room was too down about the loss. I think they understood that was an awkward and unique game. I think they understood they've been playing very well. And I think they took a lot of positives, that they went stride for stride with New Jersey. And when they go into the film room Monday, because they're off on Sunday, when they go into the film room on Monday, it's not going to take long for Sullivan to say, look what you did. Here's what you did right. Guys, what are you doing here? Why are you jumping up on the forecheck when they've got the puck and people going the other way? So those things can be cleaned up, ironed out. You know, you're not going to win 82 games, so there's no urgency, and there shouldn't be any craziness after this loss. This is not one of those losses that's going to have reverberating effects. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty well it. Tristan Jarry played pretty well. Evgeny Malkin looked like he had his best legs for the first time in a little while. I mean, he was really hunting that goal. The Penguins might have a little issue on defense. Owen Pickering didn't play the third period. Upper body injury. He's out a little while. But that's why Kyle Dubas was kind of prescient by getting P.O. Joseph, who was really good against New Jersey. New Jersey is an opponent tailor-made for Joseph because New Jersey wants to skate and New Jersey wants to kind of play with the puck, and Joseph was on it. I mean, he brought his A game. Several plays in the offensive zone to keep the play alive, several defenses near the net, several good defenses near the wall, even a couple of rushes where he realized New Jersey didn't account for him, didn't take him seriously, kind of didn't cover him. He just took off up the ice with the puck, crossed the red line, and now New Jersey is reacting to him, and he had some options. So from that standpoint, P.O. Joseph looked like his very best self from the second half of last season. If Pickering is indeed injured, Joseph obviously has a spot in the lineup. I think Joseph would have a spot in the lineup regardless, but now it would, I assume, be guaranteed. Okay, that is the 5-minute Penguins postgame that lasted now 13 minutes. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, because, well, I walked a solid mile through Newark to do this. I know I'm late, but that's why. I had to wait 45 minutes for a train, and then I had to walk a mile because I was not going to take a bus. I figured if I'm going to get shot, I'll be on somebody's sidewalk so they can call. Anyway. Oh, this is a fun life. I will have some stuff up Sunday morning. Check it out, PittsburghHockeyNow.com. Subscribe to PHN Plus as well. Get the ad-free experience. If you're watching this, use code DAN10. You're going to see it here in a second. All right, I'm Dan Kingerski from Newark, and we'll talk soon. Have fun.